Happy Thursday, everybody. My name is Ian Utilli. I'm one of the co-producers at NFT NYC, and this is one of our pre-event live streamed interviews. And I'm excited to learn about Lunargistics with my new friend here. And I'm wondering if you could introduce yourself and your company, and then we could have a little bit of a conversation together.
Yeah, of course. Hi, everybody. My name is Deanna Bailey. I'm the CEO of Lunargistics. We are a space technology company that's utilizing blockchain to help streamline the launch process, as well as do some new fun things with this new space economy we're discovering. So I'm excited to tell you about it and to dig in.
This is my first NFT space conversation, to be honest. So I'm excited about this. Not that I haven't had any conversations at all, but not live streamed like this. So my thought is, where does community play in on this? Because a lot of Web3 and all things NFT is based around decentralized autonomous communities, and the community is a lot of what makes things happen. So where does community fall in line when it comes to NFTs dealing with the space industry?
Well, so I think not in a traditional sense that you would see normal communities, whereas these people get together, they really support the project. They buy the coin, maybe it has a function, maybe it doesn't, you know what I mean? It just depends on what the project is. But obviously the more community buy-in you have, the better success the project is going to have, hopefully, depending on the setup and voting rights and right. So just as quickly as they could take you up, they could take you down too. So you got to watch out. I think it's what Lunargistics brings to the community that's a difference in this one. We are able to open up parts of the space economy to people who don't have to be accredited investors. And I think that to be able to have the opportunity to leverage that type of connection, that type of deal making, people who can't take advantage of blue chip stocks right now, right, could go make money off of a satellite. There's a need, there's a want, there's an opportunity, and we're trying to bring it to the person so that they can take advantage of it.
That's great. Let's talk a bit about the project, the Lunargistics project, the technology side of things. Share a bit about that with me.
Yeah, so I mean, obviously we're Web3, we're Ethereum based. We work off of an IPFS cluster. And so ideally, when you're talking the compliance side of it, rather than so first off, when it comes to space, nothing is digitized or streamlined whatsoever. It's just all over the place. And you would think that I'm going to launch this satellite or this thing into space, I should have it at least typed, and it's like free, handwritten, like faxed over. It's astounding that the space industry grew so much and the technology to get it there did not. So we leverage the IPFS cluster to put the documents in where you need to, and then distribute NFTs to the people who need to get it to the different agencies. So let's say you're waiting on the FAA to give you your license so that you can blast off. Well, here's the NFT to the paperwork. You can go see the parts that you need to see while being able to shelter everybody else from not seeing the things they don't need to see. And yet you've got it in one location in an immutable record forever. So 50 years from now, when you want to go and look and see where something was orbiting in space or what coordinates we put it at, those records are still going to be there. Whereas right now, we don't necessarily have that luck.
Okay, so there's some limitations today, and as you look forward to the future, now it's sometimes easy to look way ahead to the future. But if I say NFT 2024, what type of things are you hoping for Lunargistics, for the projects you're working on, and for the industry as a whole in the next couple of years?
I was at the first NFT NYC, by the way.
Yeah.
I would.
Did you get a chance to meet? Did I interview you in the golden room?
No, so I wasn't up the ladder yet. I was inching my way. I was right before I got hired by GoCoin, so I was there. But the conference was amazing, and you think it was right on the cusp of this, and so just kudos to you guys for the timing, because there was a lot of projects that came just a little bit before that never saw the traction, and it was like you hit it at the right time. So thank you for the first one. Honored to be back again for the fourth one. Right. Yeah. So the future, I think that there's a real place in the world for NFTs. And it's fun to see, of course, you get the art side of it, but when you get into like real utility, like concert tickets or, things where you just see these high chargeback industries that this type of technology could literally save millions, if not billions of dollars, right? but there's always that cross border of how to get the cash into the digital side of it, and that's where a lot of the hiccup is right now, and it going mainstream. But I think as you start to see more countries turning to digital solutions, you eliminate that barrier to entry, and now you're going to start seeing a lot of NFT things going on. I think where it'll get saturated is, what's going on with sports right now. Everybody wants to be an NFT, right? But like, if everybody is an NFT for every single project, then you're not special anymore, because now you're everywhere. And I think that people should be careful, which projects they go with, because you want to make sure that your name's out there really earning you the money that it should be. So it's interesting to see how it's all going to play out. I think there are some projects that have a lot of promising. Of course, Lunargistics. We're gonna open up the new space economy to everybody and give everybody a chance to make a little extra revenue off of owning space assets. But just seeing how it'll develop. 2024, I think, will be a very bright year. Hopefully we'll be past all this chaos of the economy and really embracing digital solutions to ease our pain from the past 2 years.
Right. Well, as we wrap up our conversation, any final words? Maybe you could think of it, there's going to be 3,000 people at our event, November 1st to the 4th. There might be 10,000 people that come in for all the other additional NFT events. If you had one of the billboards in Times Square, and if you could give one message to everyone at one time, what might you want to say?
Okay, can I do 2 messages?
Sure. There's 2 billboards. You have 2 billboards, the 2 biggest one on each side.
NFT people, and then like to everybody else.
Great.
To my NFT people, token economics. It is a big deal. It is important to your business. And if you have not thought it through, I hear companies saying things like, oh, I picked this chain because of Ethos and they did this. And okay, great. But you picked a chain that nobody uses, and the selling market has 100 people. Like, you're going to get crushed by some of these projects coming through. So you really need to think about your token economics before you release your project, or vet it and bounce it off some industry professionals to see if what you're doing makes sense. Otherwise, you're going to throw a bunch of money into something that never even had a chance. And then to everybody else out there, lunargistics.com, we can open up space assets to you. And so come check us out. We may have some things on the next couple of weeks, getting ready, some fun surprises. So I think you guys are going to love it, and check us out, lunargistics.com.
Wonderful. Well, thank you for joining me for this pre-event interview. For anybody watching this live or that sees the archive, thank you for your attention. I'll be back again soon with another one of these. And once again, Diana, thank you so much for joining and telling us about Lunargistics today.
Yes, thank you. See everybody soon. Make sure you're there.
That's right. I'll see you in New York.
That's right.